She angrily shuts her window, which directly faces Ari's room. The next morning, Rochelle is attending her writing workshop when she gets a notification on her phone. It's a picture of Ari's wearing her necklace. She realizes she forgot it in his room the previous day. Without hesitation, she rushes to his house to retrieve it. When she arrives, Aries is in the swimming pool with his friends. As Rochelle watches, Aries suddenly comes out of the water and jumps into the pool with her. Caught off guard, Rochelle complains, "The water is salty." Aries explains, "I'm allergic to chlorine, so we don't use it in our pool." Rochelle, still annoyed, tells him, "I'm not in the mood for swimming. I just came to get my necklace." Aries leads her to his room and gently places the necklace around her neck. While doing so, he kisses her again, and the intensity between them reignites. They lose themselves in the moment, and once again, things get heated. After some time, Aries suddenly gets up and leaves the room without a word, leaving Rochelle feeling uneasy and confused. Claudia enters the room and starts treating Rochelle rudely, accusing her of not belonging there. Aries, standing outside, hears everything but doesn't intervene. Hurt and angry, Rochelle leaves and returns home. The next day, Yoshi decides to cheer her up by taking her to a party. However, Rochelle's mood takes a turn for the worse when she sees Aries there with another girl. Trying to lift her spirits, Yoshi says, "Forget him. Let's just enjoy ourselves." The party gets lively, and everyone dances on the floor. But Rochelle spots Aries kissing another girl. Her heart shatters at the sight, and she quietly leaves the party. Rochelle, Yoshi, and Daniela head to the college swimming pool to cool off. While chatting, Rochelle starts joking around and playfully pushes Yoshi into the pool. However, Daniela accidentally spills some chemicals into the water. Rochelle quickly pulls Yoshi out, and the three of them run away in a panic. Meanwhile, back at his house, Aries feels restless and uneasy. He tries to connect to Rochelle's Wi-Fi, but finds it doesn't work because Rochelle has changed the password. Aries hacks into Rochelle's Wi-Fi and discovers that she has set the password to something abusive directed at him. Furious, he messages her, "I hate you so much." That night, Rochelle returns home drunk, unable to find her house key. She sits outside her house, feeling helpless. Aries notices her, and, without saying a word, picks her up and takes her to her room. Once inside, Rochelle mutters, "Tell me a story, and then don't ever come near me again." Aries, hesitant at first, begins sharing his story indirectly. He talks about his parents, describing how they openly had relationships with other people in front of him, and neither of them seemed to care. He shares how his father told him to never fall in love because love makes people weak. Aries admits that this fear has stayed with him his whole life, making him avoid love. He confesses indirectly that he left her the last time because he got scared of the feelings he was developing for her. As Aries pours his heart out, Rochelle quietly falls asleep. The next morning, Rochelle's mother wakes her up. Groggy, Rochelle checks her phone and sees a few messages from Aries, though they've all been deleted. She types out a message to tell him to leave her alone but hesitates and doesn't send it. Meanwhile, Aries checks his phone repeatedly, hoping for a message from Rochelle but finds none. Later, his father and elder brother, Artemis, confront him. They take him into a room and scold him, saying, "We keep getting complaints about your behavior at college. You need to stop running away from your responsibilities and focus on becoming capable of handling the company. Forget about that girl, she's just a distraction." It turns out that Artemis had told their father everything about Aries and Rochelle. The next day, Rochelle is studying with Yoshi in the library when Aries shows up. He approaches her looking remorseful and apologizes. Rochelle gets angry, takes him outside and says, "What did you think? That after everything you've done, you could just apologize, and I'd forgive you?" Aries responds earnestly, "I'm deeply ashamed of how I've treated you. I've never felt this way about anyone before, and I want to make things right. He then asks her to go on a date with him to a costume party. Rochelle hesitates but eventually agrees. Yoshi overhears the conversation and feels hurt because he has feelings for Rochelle. He tells her, "You're making a mistake by giving him another chance. You know he's going to use you and leave you like he does with everyone else. Don't come crying to me when it happens because I won't be there to pick up the pieces." The day of the date arrives, and Rochelle is excited yet nervous. However, Aries surprises her by saying, "We're not going to the costume party. I've made a change in plans to make this moment more special." He takes her to the rooftop of his office building, where he's arranged a romantic dinner under the stars. After dinner, they get swept up in the moment, and their passion takes over once again. From that day on, the two of them start meeting every day, unable to stay apart. Their romance grows intense. Their days together become blissful and full of excitement. One evening, while Aries is having dinner with his family, his father shows him a video of their rooftop dinner. The video also captures their intimate moments, and his father warns him, "I told you to stay away from that girl. If this video leaks, your career and our reputation will be destroyed." Aries, angered by his father's interference, storms out of the house. He heads straight to the cafe where Rochelle works and surprises everyone by taking a job there to be closer to her. The next day, Artemis enters Ari's room and notices a cap lying on his desk. He picks it up and sees an address stitched onto it, the cafe where Aries has been working. Suspicious, Artemis goes to the cafe and finds Aries working there alongside Rochelle. This sight angers him, especially seeing Rochelle with Aries. Determined to humiliate her, Artemis organizes a company party at their home and invites Aries, who decides to bring Rochelle along to introduce her to his family. Rochelle is nervous and worried about whether they will accept her. What she doesn't know is that her mother has been hired as a waitress for the same party. At the event, Aries begins introducing Rochelle to his family. Artemis, intent on insulting Rochelle, signals her mother to serve drinks in front of everyone. When Rochelle sees her mother working as a waitress, she feels deeply humiliated and hurt. Overwhelmed with sadness, she decides to leave the party. As she storms out, Aries runs after her to explain, but she slaps him in anger. Rochelle accuses him of orchestrating the situation to embarrass her. She goes home and cries uncontrollably, convinced that Aries was part of the insult. Days go by without Rochelle speaking to Aries, despite his repeated attempts to contact her. Eventually, Rochelle and Aries end up talking, and both apologize to each other. Aries then asks her to attend the upcoming prom with him. Rochelle, still upset, replies, "It's better if you don't come," and leaves. Back home, she hugs her mother and cries, telling her how Aries betrayed her. To comfort her, Rochelle's mother shares a story. "Do you know why your father never got his book published? He never even took it to the publisher. He was a brilliant writer but lacked faith in himself." She then advises, "If you care about Aries, talk to him openly. We solve the problem, not destroy the relationship." Realizing she may have misunderstood Aries, Rochelle decides to make things right. She rushes to Aries' house to apologize, but Artemis tries to stop her. Despite this, she manages to tell Aries, "I'm sorry," and leaves. Later, she messages him saying, "I'll wait for you at the prom." At the prom, Rochelle waits nervously while everyone around her dances. Aries, determined to meet her, runs toward the party. However, Yoshi intercepts him at the gate, saying, "You're just playing with Rochelle. You'll use her and leave her like the others." Their argument escalates into a physical fight, and Aries drags Yoshi to a nearby pool to talk. Their heated argument turns into a scuffle, and Aries accidentally falls into the water below. Unbeknownst to Yoshi, the water contains chlorine, to which Aries is severely allergic. Struggling to breathe, Aries loses consciousness. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Yoshi runs to Rochelle and confesses, "Aries came for you, but we fought, and I pushed him into the pool." Horrified, Rochelle sprints to the pool and finds Aries unconscious. With Yoshi's help, they pull Aries out and rush him to the hospital. At the hospital, Rochelle stays by Aries' side, helping him recover. Witnessing her unwavering care, Aries' family finally understands the depth of their love and decides to support their relationship instead of opposing it. Once Aries recovers, he makes a life-changing decision. He leaves the business world behind to pursue his dream of studying medicine. Though this decision means they must be apart, 4 months later, Rochelle hosts a reading event where she shares a book she has written. The story is deeply emotional and resonates with the audience, who give her a standing ovation. The title of the book? Through My Window. Her very own love story with Aries. The next morning, Rochelle, missing Aries terribly, lies in bed reading his messages. Suddenly, she notices him sitting at her window. Surprised and overjoyed, the two share a heartfelt reunion.